We've examined you human beings for the past 20 years and what you believe you understand about science. And you've complicated things to the point of absolute absurdity. You pigeonhole things such as radiation, alpha, beta, gamma. You pigeonhole things such as light and electromagnetic radiation like radio. And you pigeonhole light over here, and you pigeonhole matter over here. And all of these things are one. You human beings, we noticed, have looked for a grand unified theory to unify the forces and fields. But poor humans, these fields have always been unified. It's your lack of vision, insight, and wisdom to see the nature by which, in which, and as which they are and always have been unified. You think electricity is over here, and dielectricity is over here, and magnetism is over there, and gravity is over here, and this is completely absurd. All of these things are just different ether perturbation modalities. Some are circular, some are longitudinal, and some are transverse, and there are hybrids of both, such as light. Light is a hybrid of a longitudinal rarefaction compression with transverse electrical magnetic, and electricity is not a thing. It's a hybrid of dielectricity and magnetism. Gravity does not exist. The phenomena that you silly human beings call gravity is the same thing you silly, unintelligent human beings call magnetic attraction. The only distinction is in their attributional nature. Just as ice, water, and steam, as you humans in your limited intellectual capacity know, is of course all water. These are just different temperature and pressure modalities of one and the same thing. The water molecule. Yes, we human beings understand that. Well, there's no distinction trying to unify light and matter. Matter is, of course, at its most fundamental level, only one fundamental particle. Everything you human beings call a neutron, as you very well already know, turns into a proton after X number of minutes. There's only one fundamental particle, and this fundamental particle is a ZTP, as you human beings call it conventionally. We call it a zero-time particle. But this is nothing other than super high energy light, something on the order of, and I don't know exactly what it is, something on the order of 100 magnitudes greater than that of what you human beings call gamma radiation. You actually see these at astrophysical jets. Your human scientists call these astrophysical jets, or some of you human beings call them galactic jets, where trillions of tons of the fundamental particle, which is high energy light, is emitted from the gyromagnetic vortices and apices of these galactic jets. So the fundamental particle and building block of the entire universe is nothing other than extreme high energy light. And you human beings unfortunately love to talk about radiation. But gamma radiation is just high energy electromagnetic radiation. So there's no such thing as radiation versus light versus EMR. Gamma radiation is high energy light. This is undeniable. Beta radiation is what you human beings call scalar waves, but you human beings are kind of messed up. You call scalar waves, but they have no wave component. Human beings, we've noticed since we've been monitoring your conversations now for decades, you human beings love to talk about waves, but there's no such thing as a wave, you silly human beings. What? Well, waves are not things. No one could say that they saw happiness. If I were to tell you, you insignificant human being, that I saw happiness, would it not be the case that your response would be, who did you see that was happy? And I would say, ignorantly, I saw happiness. It's right down there. Well, what do you mean? Who was happy? You see, happiness is not a thing. It is an attribute of something else. Bob, Sue, or Larry was happy. Is this not the case? Why, yes, this is the case. Well, the same is true true of waves. Silly human beings, there's no such thing as waves. Waves are what things do, not what things are. There's no such thing as waves. Light is not a particle. You human beings, unfortunately, suffer from a type of ancient delusion that you call atomism. You think that nature and cosmic mechanics are governed by mutually interactive particle collisions. Yes, yes, this is what we believe, because all of our current understanding of the nature of the universe is based upon how we understand light. Well, human beings, you are correct. You intellectually unevolved and unwise and unintelligent human beings. Everything is and has as its paradigm light. But light is not a particle. Light is not a wave. Light is not a wave-particle duality. Silly human beings. Duality implies and means, both by connotation and denotation, an inherent contradiction. And there are no contradictions in nature, or what you would call natura naturans, formally. Oh, yes, human beings, but you are correct. You should base your fundamental understanding of everything upon light. But light is not an emission. Light doesn't travel. Light doesn't move from point A to point B. It's not a particle, it's not a wave, and it's not a wave-particle duality. There are no dualities in Mother Nature. All of these things that you think you understand about light are wholly incorrect, and they are based in misapprehensions of incorrect conclusions from correct observations. And this is why you human beings are so fundamentally ignorant, unwise, and confused about the nature of cosmic mechanics. Oh, so human beings, as soon as you understand what light is, truly and fundamentally, you then and thence can build your foundation of the entire nature of reality, and upon that rock build the structure, the artifice of the comprehensive knowledge of the way nature works. But currently, human beings, you do not understand what light is. Everything is irreducibly simple. There is no contradiction between light and matter. Matter is light. Light is as much matter, and matter is as much light, as ice is as much water, and water is as much ice. These are just different expressions of temporal manifestation modality attributes of one and the same thing. Oh, human beings, we shall return in 10,000 years. If you have not destroyed each other mutually, and you understand the nature of light, then we will progress in our relationship with you. But we don't expect you to survive that long. But we wish you the best. Goodbye for now.